Hey, is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Broomsey, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horse sing.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
They say trust your gut, but I got to. Now what in the world am I supposed to do? Poverty on my left, jealousy on my right. Since you broke up with me, baby girl, ain't no reason to fight. Well, might don't make right, but right ain't that strong unless you got some kind of survival kit, like a song. Well, long, tall salad was an alley cat, short, fat, bet it wasn't ready to be where it's at. Where I am, stuck in the middle with a fiddle, playing little ditties to be something pretty in this ugly city. If a committee decided right here tonight to redivide up all the wealth in the name of the health of the United Neighborhoods, could it save the day, pave the way to some revolutionary harmony? Well, I can't say, but how about you? If you were the man of the hour in power, tell me what would you do with all this violence, disease, bad luck, and pollution? Would you give me $5 if I had a solution? Well, that ain't much to pay for eternal salvation, but con artists grow like clovers in this overstuffed nation, and so do the young gems out the door. Keep people ready, time again to stand up, take a leap and say, 1, 2, 3, follow me. Brother never works, but 2, 3, 4, just ignore the problem, even worse. And 4, 5, 6, what's the trick to achieving the right mix of a quick fix and a slow struggle? 1, 2, 3, follow me. Brother never works, but 2, 3, 4, just ignore the problem, even worse. And 4, 5, 6, what's the trick to achieving the right mix of a quick fix and a slow struggle? The world works one by one, or about 5 million at a time. Can I make you think with a handshake like I make you drink of my rhyme? You want a firm grip, a soft skin? How about a tough tip? Tell you where I've been. I've been all over the globe and around the block. People don't answer the door just because you knock. But if you stop giving them the dying start, sometimes it feels like just living is a dying art. I've got a lion heart and a pair of monkey hands, along with a funky understanding of what it means to be a man in the land. Well, overblown testosterone has shown us all how much bad we're man in the throne. We're acting like a lone star. For my own part, I work hard, fight hard, love hard, play hard. Barbecue peppers in my backyard. No meat for today, though honestly I love the taste, because we've got to find a way that we can cut down on the waste instead of cutting down the forest to some other holy place for grazing cows. It's amazing how every time you take a step, there's some molecule across the earth that somehow gets affected. And the rule seems to be, once you perfect it in art, you'll finish school, you'd be a fool to not stand up and play the part. But what if you don't see how all the jigsaw pieces fit, and you don't want to be a mister who just takes his share of it without taking care of it? Better be aware of it, or if you dare to quit, be sure that your abandonment don't hurt it more than it help it. If you feel me, help me tell it like it is. 1, 2, 3, follow me. Brother never works, but 2, 3, 4, just ignore the problem, even worse. And 4, 5, 6, what's the trick to achieving the right mix of a quick fix and a slow struggle? 1, 2, 3, follow me. Brother never works, but 2, 3, 4, just ignore the problem, even worse. And 4, 5, 6, what's the trick to achieving the right mix of a quick fix and a slow struggle? Do better, do better, Thanks.
The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, and our guest is the father of folk ukulele hip hop, John Bramn.
Thanks
Welcome
for
to the
having
show.
me.
My pleasure.
It's great to be here.
Cool stuff.
Thanks.
So your story of how you became the father of ukulele folk hip hop is quite interesting. You want to share a capsule of that with us?
Sure. Well, I've actually found the ukulele in the garbage when I was in high school in New York, and it pretty much like this had a couple stickers that are not on it anymore, and a few stickers that I added, and this is the actual ukulele. And I played some other instruments too. I played guitar and trumpet, but just kind of ended up playing this one more than any other ones because it's really easy to carry around, and I still sometimes play if I have to walk to work and it's a nice day. I'll just kind of practice as I'm going. So I always kind of thought if I got serious about music, I would get rid of the ukulele. But then by the time when I was, I guess after college, I was writing some songs and I started getting into the hip hop thing, and I kind of felt like I was getting something. You know, people were responding more to the rapping that I was doing than the other stuff that I'd written before. So the rapping and the ukulele kind of just were linked up for me, and so I just stuck with it. Strangely enough, it's like when I started getting into, I used to hate hip hop actually. I used to be all about like, you know, only acoustic instruments and just kind of had a mental block against hip hop. But then once I opened my eyes to it, the ukulele happened to be what I was playing most of the time. So I didn't. I guess I could have tried to learn about the turntables or something like that, but it stuck with the uke.
Well, why don't you give us another example?
All right, so that first song is called 1, 2, 3, and this one is called Ride On. To rehearse what's worse, a hearse can really be driven in reverse. It hurts, so you take another tissue from your little brother's purse and clear your throat, try and know just for show. I can so won't go with hope. Don't know, lo and behold, you legit call it terrible and rhyme. You were short, sweet, terrible at times, hard to terror for a fine. You get up out of line at the table, don't eat all your vegetables, memorize all of Aesop's fables. You can recite them in like a static cable. Back when he was young and able, should have seen him skin a saber-tooth tiger or a mountain lion. Bounded is so much more than an accountant trying. Some his parts, but his heart broke with his mama dying at the tender age of 6. And betwixt his pop hitting him with sticks, and the kids stacking bricks, telling him he didn't fit. What a fix! It was next on the mint. 2 lips and 2 lips till he met a perfect. 2 hips and 2 lips, telling him that he could skip a life of scuffling in the streets if he would pick a what? Snuggle up under the sheets, whip up something to eat. He was making something out of something more than sweet. She was the cure for sure. Love entrepreneur singing. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Back in the day, I was a nerd. Don't tell no one you heard it from me. Hungry, tell me roaming for that company hummingbird. Wasn't sure she would be a long time coming. Set my mind running and my right hand strumming on my ukulele, waiting for that ukulele. Maybe I was cuckoo crazy, but it turned out to have faded. Coming to my life right at the precise moment I was knowing I couldn't make it one more night. But of course I couldn't if I had to. Would've bought a wooden Buddha, put it on top of my bathroom sink. What you think I would've just given up, living it up now? Chips in my cup, but let me ask you what. If I hadn't been teased as a child, would I have had a reason to invent my own style? And if I'd been a good-looking popular jock, would I be a chubby Republican sucking on my own? If my mama hadn't been a little tough, never call her bluff, never let enough be just enough, knowing with a little love and kicking the butt, well I could take it up, just a couple notches to the top style. What? If I hadn't been a little shy, a little slow to confide my feelings, hoping to ride, but really doing nothing much, more than hoping to touch the coax, open the dreams. I kept stroking the scenes, kept reloading the heat, I kept frozen the key from exploding, and now that we've chosen, let's keep the beat rolling, just you and me holding the seat, with cold broken, the sky so wide open, singing. Oh, 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 oh. find love, hope you find love. Hope you grow old, hope you grow old. Hope you take time, hope you make time. I hope you ride on, hope you ride on.
Yeah.
That one's sort of a, first verse is sort of a mishmash of my two grandfathers. Condensed into one person in a verse.
I missed that.
Should have said it beforehand, you know. Keep your eyes open.
Well, it's curious how I came across you. We're both alumni of the Public Interest Research Group,
Yeah.
and they have a newsletter that goes out to alumni, and there was a little blurb in there about your music, so I emailed you and
Yeah, it was
found out what that
pretty
was.
cool. I didn't even know they were going to put that blurb in, but it's great. And I actually started rapping while I was working for PERG in Connecticut, going door to door. I think that first summer it was about clean cars legislation in Connecticut. So the PERG organizing and rapping sort of, you know, my ukulele hip hop was actually born on the PERG canvas.
On the PERG payroll.
Yeah, it's true. Although, believe me, I was I was putting in enough time on the PERG payroll. But you know, it's good. Like when you're going door to door, you have to have something to kind of keep your mind busy in between doors. So
Yeah. Cool.
actually, there's a lot of rappers in Hartford. Strangely enough, there's a lot of like underground rappers, some of whom were applying for jobs, canvassing too. So I got to meet people like that.
Was that part of your influence?
I think so. Kind of being in that environment. I was.
Cool. What else would you like to play for us?
Well, I think I'll play a song called "The Time Has Come," and this song has gone through a couple different versions because sort of a liability writing a song called "The Time Has Come" because it gets out of date really fast. But here goes. Time has come. We'll take a stand. We'll drop your fears. Be a man. Swallow your pride. Or swallow your gun. The time has come. Oh, 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 oh. Well, the buck don't stop these days. It grows like a 7-Eleven cup. The president's nose. My flow's exposed on the side of the pole. But ice slips and hits you right in the nose. Pow, another killer storm. It's global warming. Look at the top, we got this punk performing. It don't take a witch doctor, no, we need transformer with no anti-war. But what do we stand for? When I turn on the TV set, my pulse rates are wrecked. Cause the Gulf states are looking like Bangladesh. You can hang your head for shame instead of complaining. Won't help us getting ready for the next hurricane. Saying know what we know what to do. Throw a couple kangaroos, glue for the boobies. You and me in a SUV. Right up in the hills and maybe go see a movie. Hope the flood recedes by Tuesday. Do you really think that's a vision of the future that'll do me any good? Trying to outlast these spooky bad guys masquerading as dudes who were truly elected. Off of the course perfected. The art of sort of manufacturing facts by force of the course in this world. Wherever causes divorce from its effect. Takes a revolution just to connect. Who's next? You know the time has come. We'll take a stand. We'll drop your fears. Be a man. Well, you can swallow your pride. Or swallow your gun. The time has come. Oh, 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 oh. We're singing Bob. It's a big old blob of lava. I'ma raise a cup of java to Barack Obama's mama. Spit it out like a llama. I'm a farmer with the city ringing in my ears. Hear me calling mama. Cross the ocean, cross the great divide. I got a crazy notion. Wonder if this ever been tried. Take a little ukulele, maybe hitch a ride on a break beat. Back to the beginning of time. But why I wanna measure up, buttercup, spoon into the soup of the world and maybe stir it up. I wish destiny would just hurry up. Future's uncertain, but one way to sure it up is take all the gasoline and just burn it up. Then we'll see what happens when the heat turns up, surfs up, time's up, I'm upside down, hanging from the Empire State to the Midtown, New York, singing bugog, like I was chicken little saying, look out, better make a plan now, man, for the lights go out, and you crawl around on your ass trying to find your house. You got a right to pout, I got a right to bounce. Now that we cleared the doubt, let me hear you shout, the time has come. Well, take a stand, or drop your fears, or be a man, or you can swallow your pride, or swallow your gun, or the time has come. Well, don't you know that the time has come, baby, for us to take a stand, and maybe we will understand the reasons for the seasons changing. Well, don't you know that the time has come, baby, for us to take a stand, and maybe we will understand the reasons for the seasons changing. Well, the time has come.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Very good. We should take some time to explain that you, in addition to performing as a solo, you also do performances with a band and with backup singers, and some of that is demonstrated on your recording.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot by myself, but love to play with other folks, and I really tried on the CD that I just came out with, Climatastrofunk, to mix it up and really kind of showcase all the things that ukulele hip-hop can be. Because, you know, when I play by myself, there's a lot of beats and stuff going on that aren't really being played. So that last song that I just did on the album has kind of a bass, and the guy doing percussion actually drumming on an acoustic guitar while he's playing it, and singing along with me, and then we do a lot of scatting together on that one, and have a whole bunch of instruments, everything from hip-hop beats to drums to trumpet to sousaphone to organ, and some soul singers on the album too. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, the ukulele really does it by itself too.
Cool.
At least for me.
That's great. Yeah, it's fun to go back and forth. You know, some places you play by yourself on the ukulele, and I can hit it as hard as I want, and it doesn't really, you know, get people going. But then other spots, you know, it's just right. So I like to be able to mix it up.
Okay, let's tell folks how to get in touch with you in case they want to find out about your touring schedule and your recordings. They can reach you at sproutingdaisies@yahoo.com, John Bramn, or they can go to your website, www.johnbramn.com.
That's right.
And that'll take you to a link to your MySpace page too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's JONBRAMAN.
Yeah. That's it. I'm really excited about this album, Climatastrofunk. So.
It's a lot of fun to listen to.
Cool. It's great to hear. Great to hear. Feels really good to have done it. It was definitely a journey for me. So.
Gonna give us another tune?
Sure. I think I'll do one next called. This is actually the last tune on the album, and on the album it has some of my best friends playing on it, playing some crazy percussion and sousaphone too, and it's about my friends. So I'm really happy that they were able to join me on the album. It's called Remedy. The remedy, the remedy. 2, 3, 4. My buddy, my man, my partner, my dude, my homie, my first compadre. No kind of emotion, no reason, no logic can explain the way that we linked it, we locked it. My buddy, my brother, my bro. Never be lonely if I could call ya. Talk somewhere not sensical, let nobody else get this is it. And I wanna say, I remember when we first met, it was maybe August or September, whatever. Cause I had my uke, you had your accordion, and it was no surprise that we would be friends. Walking around campus jamming out on those things. People thought we were freaks, but we knew we kings of the underground chasing that other sound. If they be white, we be black. If they're red, we be brown. Hell, we'll even be lost just to say that we weren't found following. I'll never swallow it. Knocking our skulls, you know they won't be hollow. Cause that juice, that hot sauce, that's the funkiest fruit on the planet. No one else can stand it. We would demand it. Don't dare try to hand us some sheet music can. Everything was unplanned and spontaneous. Crazy, just maybe extraneous. But never quite famous. No one could claim us and only be a normal was shameless. Don't look at our wardrobes, cause man, it was heinous. In chemistry, entropy set us free. The letters, we scrambled the melody. Mixed up and baby, you better be ready. Cause if it ain't heavenly, we got the remedy. Well, oh, buddy, you call me your friend. Let's just say I'll be there when you draw your line down in the sand. Oh, oh, buddy, I call you my friend. Let's just say you'll be there when I take my dive off the deep end. But there's an ocean between us. Some people are born but wear crazy clothes. Some people are crazy but turn up their nose at anything smacking of abnormal packaging. Look at me rapping, clearly I ain't African American, but then again I'm sharing my soul quite explicitly with this here history. If anyone's listening, stick with me. Alright. You were a tough one up to crack. I lived with you 6 months before I knew you actually liked me, but man, it was cool. Liked you already, you had that control. The feeling I have in the glow in the palm of your mind, and I knew that in time we would wind up entwined in some sort of familial thing. I'd just be Duke, man, and you could be king, but then there was the evening I came home crying, cause that lady ripped out my heart by line. Or maybe it was just that I've been trying a little too hard, you said. I know you're generous with those that you love, but sometimes you gotta be tough because if someone ain't capable of returning that love, you gotta move on. And I knew that you were right, but I couldn't quite take your advice, not that night or even that year. But look how those training was brought us here. And even though sometimes I know it feels like I'm moving in slow motion, well, look at you rise, look in my eyes, and promise me you'll never compromise. Oh, buddy, you call me your friend. Let's just say I'll be there when you draw your line down in the sand. Oh, oh, buddy, I call you my friend. Let's just say you'll be there when I take my dive off the deep end. But there's an ocean between us.
Yeah. I really, really like that one. That's a great song.
All right, thanks. Thanks. Yeah, I have a lot of fun singing that one.
Well, we have just about 4.5 minutes left to the show. Time
All right.
flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, amazing. So you want to jam a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Let's tell folks one more time they can go to johnbramman.com for more information about John's touring schedule and recordings.
That's right. Well, thanks so much for having me.
My pleasure.
This song we're going to jam out on is called Revolution. And it didn't have harmonica on the album, but it should have, so. I wanted a mess, I wanted a ruin, I wanted a revolution. I didn't know what I was doing, I knew I could make it sing. I wanted my health, a little bit of wealth, maybe a house by the ocean. Peace, release, at least a piece of your everything thing. I wanted a mess, I wanted a ruin, I wanted a revolution. I didn't know what I was doing, I knew I could make it sing. I wanted my health, a little bit of wealth, maybe a house by the ocean. Peace, release, at least a piece of your everything thing. Well, I had to go to school for 3,000 years and graduate to the cheers of all my friends and my peers to hear these sweet street beats bouncing in my ears to take away all of my fears. So now wherever I roam, I'm headed home. It's not a physical place, it's just the way your eyes look when they're filled with grace. It takes one to write a song, and two to do the tango, three to pass it on in the world, to let it grow. So I read a tome, a history book, and it said, everybody looks the way we look before they took their last breath. And I confess, I got a little bit stressed, depressed, vexed, perplexed, and upset. Cause you can bet your bottom dollar, a lot of pops will yell and holler when they saw the fall of Rome. Oops, I meant to say New York, so come on and dip your fork into this big apple pie. It's made from red, white, and blueberries, some terror in the sky. I heard you cry, why did they hate us? You wanna sit and debate us? Come on, man, wake up. In a world that's so degraded, look, somebody's cup is overflowing, and knowing everything we prize we got because we mind control the soul. We colonize with French fries and Coke. I know it sounds like a joke. Who would have thought we could have broke the atmosphere with this smoke? But we did. Quid pro quo, bro. I could say it's just as well if the US of A is on a crash course with hell. But like my daddy always say, nobody but time will tell. And I knew too many folks too close to where those towers fell. I wanted a mess, I wanted a ruin, I wanted a revolution. I didn't know what I was doing, I knew I could make it sing. I wanted my help, a little bit of wealth, maybe a house by the ocean. Peace, release, at least the piece of your everything. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let me take you back behind enemy lines, where I was sitting in a trench, count up uncounted votes and trying not to note the stench of the poor rotting corpses of idealists lost. Took the cause they got tossed, took the struggle crisscross, about the rubble. I hate to burst your bubble, I was thirsty for trouble when I went out one evening, moonlight shining in my face, to meet my main man Jake at the usual meeting place. Where Jake was looking shake, I wondered if he could do what it would take, but I determined not to break the plans I held inside my briefcase. The place was crowded, so we went to the snack bar, made sure to sit back far so nobody could track.